Hello, leaders. Welcome to episode 53 of Perspectives in Nonprofit Leadership. I'm Patrick Jinks, leadership and strategy coach and president of the Jinks Perspective. This week is the final part in our series on the 5x5 CEO, so let's cue it up. We've reached the fifth and final pillar of the 5x5 CEO Leadership Matrix. This is a sister framework to our 5x5 organizational matrix, but focused directly on the nonprofit CEO and the leadership competencies needed to lead a nonprofit effectively. In the video description below this video, we've placed a link that provides you with free access to the 5x5 CEO self-assessment tool. So if you're a CEO or an aspiring CEO of a nonprofit, I encourage you to take advantage of it. So the final pillar in the CEO 5x5 is emotional intelligence. We've talked about emotional intelligence on this channel before and even offer the model for it. I could argue that this pillar is paramount in the entire model. Leading is about influencing others, and a CEO has to be in touch with themselves and others in order to do that effectively and consistently. By the way, for more detail on what emotional intelligence is, check out episodes 18, 19, and 20 on this channel. We'll just provide a quick introduction to the terms here. Element one in this pillar is self-awareness. The assessment asks, am I self-aware, introspective, and reflective on my values and emotional state? Our emotions can sneak up on us. We can start behaving in ways that we can't explain if we're not in tune with ourselves. A CEO has to be fully aware of their own emotional makeup, triggers, drivers. People are perceiving whatever we're projecting, and we need to be conscientious enough to recognize our emotional highs, lows, strengths, and weaknesses. The second element is self-mastery. It's one thing to be aware. It's another thing to do something about it. The assessment question here is, do I demonstrate appropriate mastery of emotional expression on others? Do I rage in anger? Do I show all of my frustrations or angst? Maybe I carry an overly cheerful emotional presence into an environment where it may not be appropriate at the time. This is really about self-control and the ability to leverage our emotions, channel them strategically, and not allow them to inspire the wrong behaviors on my part as the CEO. Element three, social awareness. Am I attuned to the emotional state, needs, and tendencies of others? Again, we're back to awareness, but this time the assessment asks if we're externally aware. Are we fully paying attention to how or what others may be feeling, what motivates them, how they might be receiving our projections? Element four completes the basic emotional intelligence quadrant with social mastery. Again, awareness of others is great, but it's insufficient. We have to be able to master how we treat that awareness, what we do with it, how we manage our interactions, both short and long term. So the assessment here asks, do I respond to the emotional needs and expressions of others in an appropriate way consistently? And finally, element five in this pillar is motivation. Am I personally appropriately motivated and driven to succeed on behalf of the organization? Again, this is related to personal vision, but it really gets to the heart of a leader's intent and motive for doing the things that we do and doing them the way that we do them. That wraps up our series on the 5x5 CEO Perspective Leadership Matrix. In our executive coaching work, we use a 360-degree or a cohort version of the assessment to bring the CEO insights into their critical stakeholders' view of their leadership competencies. So again, you can take the self-assessment for free by clicking the link we've provided in the video description below. That is the Jinks Perspective for this week. As always, if you'd like to explore ways that the Jinks Perspective can help you and your organization achieve greater clarity, simplicity, and alignment in your mission work, reach out and schedule a free discovery call with me by clicking the link that we've also provided in the video description below. And of course, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to this channel by clicking the subscribe button and click the bell icon to notify you when we drop new episodes. See you here next week.